Hey everybody, my name is Caitlin, and today we're going to be talking about the Chuck E. Cheese and Five Nights at Freddy's incident. Now, basically, Five Nights at Freddy's is one of my second favorite games of all time. My first one is Minecraft. My third one's Roblox. But anyways, we're not talking about my favorite games. We're going to be talking about the Chuck E. Cheese incident that is supposedly related to the Five Nights at Freddy's game. So, I'm gonna read this one. And sorry that I'm out of breath. I just ran up the stairs. I didn't run, I just walked. But anyways, this is the thing. And before I read this theory, I just want to let you guys know that when I was little, I heard a theory that Chuck E. Cheese pizza had melted skin in it. I don't know if that's a real theory, but back then when I was like 9 years old, I was messed up. And I read this theory that said that Chuck E. Cheese, like, the favorite kids that were at Chuck E. Cheese, like the Chuck E. Cheese people's favorite kids, had their skin melted in like this back room, and it was used for the cheese on the pizza. Again, I don't know if that theory is true. I don't know if it's false. But anyways, I heard that theory before when I was little, and I told my grandma, I said, there is a theory about Chuck E. Cheese about their favorite kids that are there, and that they took into this back room, and that they used their skin and melted it and used it for cheese on their pizzas. And, yeah. Anyways, we're going to read the Chuck E. Cheese incident.
Hey, will you help me?
Yeah. I am so sorry, everybody, for that pause. I had to go help my mom, and I went downstairs to get some dinner. But anyways, we are back to reading the rest of this story. This is on Fandom, and the story was wrote by, well, not the story, but like, excuse me, but the comment of this theory was made by a Fandom user. Okay, everybody, so again, do not be mad and do not say, I did not say who wrote this, but the person who wrote this is called a Fandom user. Now we're going to read the Chuck E. Cheese incident. Quick bit of info before we read the story. I'm from England, and I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese before. I got all of my information from the internet, but I typed this in my own words, so it could be based. I'm sorry, I can't read it. So in the 70s, there was a guy working at Chuck E. Cheese called Paul Lewis, and he had a mental disorder, leaving him to believe he was actually Chuck E. Cheese. But he didn't tell anyone this. Many of the employees just thought Paul loved his job, so they shrugged off after the fact that he practically lived at Chuck E. Cheese, working extra hours after dark. Soon after he started working at the pizzeria, children started going missing. Paul, from now on I'll refer to him as Chuck E. I can't read that word. I'm just going to say intense. The kids with promises that they won a secret competition, and the prize was to go to a special room with the best arcade games, the world's greatest pizza, a bigger playground, and a huge mountain of tokens. I've heard this theory before. After the pizzeria closed, only choosing the beautiful children, I knew I got this theory, or the ones most unsupervised. Not all of Chucky's promises were false, though, as there were video games, a playground, which was smaller than the one in the main lobby. Chucky said he was going to expand it soon. After letting the small group of kids play around, Chucky brought out pizza and sodas, which were laced with sedatives. After the pizza and soda was consumed by the children, they quickly fell asleep, and Chucky's plan was put into play. Chucky wanted to make the best pizza ever, and he needed one special ingredient for it. Soon after, there was shortly a new pizza on the Chuck E. Cheese menu called Chuck E.'s Special. The ham was changed with a different kind of meat, and there was more cheese. The pizza was instantly discontinued after finding parts of a children's finger, or a child's finger, in one of the pizzas. Chucky was jailed for murder and other charges after an inspection of the pizza uncovered Chucky. When he was interviewed, Chucky burst in tears crying, "I just wanted to make the best pizza ever, and I'm not a bad mouse." I posted this on the FNAF, however you say it, Five Nights at Freddy's wiki, because there's a similarity between Golden Freddy and Chuck E. Cheese, them both about someone in a suit killing children. I got all my information from this video, www.youtube.com/watch. So if you want to hate on it, go and hate the video. Thanks for reading. That is one of them. I'm going to try to find another story. And another thing that the fandom user forgot. They forgot to add that the cheese had melted skin in it. So anyways, that is the theory. Again, I don't know if the theory is true or false. I am not sure. I'm not a scientist. I did not witness this at all. I don't know anything about this really. The only thing that I know is that this was a theory that was posted. That is all I know. I don't know anything about this. Oops, sorry. Okay. I'm just trying to open up the curtains, let some light in here. It's very dark in my room. Excuse me. We're going to read one more, and I'm so sorry if this video is very loud, and I'm so sorry if I'm so close up to the tablet. I'm gonna have to change the volume to like some music or something. So anyways, we're gonna read another theory. After this, we're going to read one more theory. This theory is from another person known as a fandom user. This is going to be a short story, probably. So, again, I am not sure, but there is two passages to this. There's the same thing, but here it is. The truth. They said truth. It's the truth behind Chuck E. Cheese. Jesus. Five Nights at Freddy's was actually based on Chuck E. Cheese's. That 5 teenagers' bodies were found in the backstage, and the animatronic Chucky followed a guy home and almost killed him. And the manager called the employee and said, "Sorry for the misunderstanding. He is hungry. He needs to eat." Well, that was crazy, and one lady said, "The jaw meets the eye," and one night, all the animatronics just stared at the employee, and one guy said that, "Leave all you can," and when he left, the Chucky just stared at the exit and smiled well. I don't know how kids find this stuff entertaining, and well, thanks for reading this, and I'll see you again. It's the same thing, but there's two comments. One that just has a whole bunch of exclamation marks, and the second one says, "Real animatronics can't walk." So anyways, we're going to read one more. So this one is going to probably make you guys not as scared, but it still may scare you. So it's called a Phantom User. The games are not based on Chuck E. Cheese. It's a real place, and there were murders. The animatronics, the blood in them, all that jazz. People say the game is based off Chuck E. Cheese, but it's a real place. There are 2 in the US, but one is permanently closed, same as in the game. But the other one was opened. When I checked and I found this out while going through maps and looking up crap, I found 2 restaurants that are named Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. If you don't believe me, look it up. And plus, Scott went there as a kid, so yeah, the first time. I found this out, and I was confused until I got an inside view. Then another fandom user says, "If Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is a real place, then show me some pictures. Second, if the murders took place, I'm not sure the game would have been as successful as it was. Thirdly, how does Scott know about Freddy's Pizza? Was he just browsing randomly and found a picture and decided he suddenly wanted to research this low-budget pizza place? Another comment. No. Dude, it's based off Chuck E. Cheese. Give me some pictures of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, or Freddy Family Diner, of not Gary's mod or in the game, and I still won't believe the Photoshop. Another comment. If Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is a real place, okay, I've already read that comment. Once Scott gets sued, you know that would make business way worse. He probably means this, but it's obviously photoshopped. You are so smooth. That's, what the person wrote. How many times do I have to tell you, Freddy's is not even real? Even Scott told us not to believe anything that says that it's real. Yes, some people, including me, will be making Freddy's a real place when we're older. Yes, I want to make Five Nights at Freddy's a real place. It's always been a dream of me too. I've always wanted to make a Freddy Fazbear's. I've always wanted to make an animatronic place called Freddy's Fazbear Pizza. I've always wanted to make a place like that, based off of the game. But again, I cannot do that until I'm older. I've always wanted to make an animatronic place. Whether it would be Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, all the animatronics. I've always wanted to make a real business based off of the game. But anyways, we're reading the rest. When we're older, it was never real, but when I make it, it'll be like freaking 2022. And yes, Freddy's is based off Chuck E. Cheese. This is... Scott Coughlin says there was never real Freddy's. Okay, that's eBay. So anyways, 2022, so it's 2019. 2021, 2022. So that means you're around 16 probably? I guess you're probably 16. Because if it's 2019 now, 2021, 2022. So anyways, I am so sorry if I'm talking so loudly into the tablet. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were able to hear me, because in some of my other videos that I made, you could not hear me really goodly, and so I decided that if I talk really loudly in the video and I turn down the volume, you guys would be able to hear me a lot more better.
Finally! We'll start by throwing out all of these clothes. I usually donate, but nobody is going to want these. Not me, her. Oh, see, I didn't mean that. You have just a really unique look. It's sort of...
Okay, so anyways, I actually might read another theory, because these theories are really interesting to me. But I really, really want to make a Five Nights at Freddy's when I'm older. I really, really want